Nets are happy to host the Panthers at tonight's game. So on behalf of Principal
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University. Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of high school football here on SummitCitySports.com. We bring you action tonight between the Concordia Cadets and the Snider Panthers. Snider coming in at 2-0 on the season. Concordia comes in at 1-1. And at this time, we will now go ahead and get a word in from some of the many sponsors that allow us to come out here and do these high school sporting events week in and week out. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Acme Bar and Grill is currently located at 1105 East State Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 56805. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more, all with the click of a button. Acme Bar and Grill accepts orders online for pickup. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurtz Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in a way that only you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan University's residential campus in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been serving food consistently since 1973. Their recipes use only the best fresh ingredients. They are family-owned, and they pride themselves on great quality. For more information, go to elaztecarestaurant.com. That's elaztecarestaurant.com. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. You can count on them to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Their specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral is needed, which saves you both time and money. For more, visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com. That's parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Again, tonight's game is a matchup between the Snider Panthers and the Concordia Cadets. This is a Snider team that comes in at 2-0 on the year. They are celebrating 55 years of high school football this season, and again, they start the season 2-0. It's been a successful 55 years. Snider has won 2 state championships, one of those under current head coach Kurt Tippmann. Concordia, they are in their 10th year under head coach Tim Manigal, and he has delivered a state championship to Concordia High School. That was in 2016. And he's in his 10th year at the helm. And this year, Concordia, they've got plenty of talent, especially at the skill positions on the offensive side of the ball. Brandon Davis, he's a young quarterback, but he's shown the ability to push the ball down the field. He's shown the ability to throw with touch and complete passes in tight windows. Now, last week he was under heavy pressure from Homestead, and that's to be expected from Homestead, as Homestead has some linebackers and some linemen that are really good at getting after the quarterback. They sacked him 4 times. Cam Rogers, I believe, was one of the guys who got one of those sacks. Homestead will have a big game next week. That'll be against Bishop Dwenger on the road. And meanwhile, for Snider, this is a team that wants to do a better job of getting to the quarterback. They've gotten pressure on the quarterback, but as far as the number of sacks go, they've got 3 of those. So they're trying to see some improvement in that particular area, as Concordia looks like they're just about to run out onto the field through the banner. One thing that Snider also brings to the table is a great running game. They've got multiple backs that they can use at their disposal. Anias Lockett, he's graduated, but they do have plenty of talent, particularly in Lenny Bennett. He's the leading rusher on the season so far. And Chance Collier, in last week's 21-20 win over Carroll, he rushed for 98 yards, led the team in that category. They also got production from Bennett in that one. Cameron Trotter in the opener, I believe he had 72 yards. And here come the Cadets. They run through the banner and into their own end zone. And Snider will be coming out here in just a moment. Concordia tonight wearing black uniforms, white helmets, white pants. It's black uniforms with red numbers, so some of the numbers may be a little tough to determine on this particular night, so bear with me as we try to get through that. Now, hopefully it won't be so difficult during the daytime with the fairly lit sky. And obviously all these high school football stadiums have lights, so hopefully we'll still be able to see it during the evening. But we'll see what happens as this night goes on. Well, we'll come back in just a moment and bring you the starting lineups. In the meantime, you're watching high school football here on SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Back here at Zollner Stadium, just across the main campus of Concordia High School, Concordia and Snider set to do battle here in just a matter of moments. Thad Goff here bringing you the broadcast. Thomas Nolan is running camera tonight, and we'll give you the starting lineups here. Brandon Davis starts at quarterback for the Cadets. At running back is Amir Drew, a returning starter who rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. At wide receiver, it's 4 wide receivers for the Cadets: Jaron Kindig, Jaden Parnan, Jalen Vanderbosch, and Tyler Grossman. Vanderbosch is the leading receiver. I mentioned this Concordia team has a lot of playmakers at the skill positions. Vanderbosch is one of them. Tyler Grossman, the second leading receiver from last year behind Kamari Anderson-Drew. He's expected to get a lot of touches this year. Jaron Kindig has had a couple of touches early in the season, especially a touchdown in Week 1. On the offensive line, it's Damari Drew along with Zach Zollinger, Jackson McKinney, Bubba Craig, and Caleb Asher. On the defense, it's Logan Narwold along with Landon Ratz and Isaiah Rusher on the D-line, a 3-3 stack scheme, a 3-3-5 scheme, I should say. At linebacker, it's Cooper Harris, Matt Gegline, and Zach Zollinger. And the defensive backs are Cam Vanderbosch, Cam Johnson, Nick King-Causey, Dontrell Johnson, and Jalen Vanderbosch. Jalen Vanderbosch and Tyler Grossman will also handle the returning duties. Cooper Harris is scheduled to be the kicker. Jalen Vanderbosch is set to punt. Now, he was scheduled to punt last week, but did not in the game against Homestead, so we will see if he does the punting today. Right now they are having the coin toss. And I believe it will be Concordia to receive the opening kickoff.
Starting off this first half, the Snider Panthers will be kicking off.
I believe it was Snider who won the toss. And meanwhile, here's the starting lineup for the Panthers. At defense, they line up with Reese Thomas and Isaiah Maxwell as defensive ends. Jalen Wiggins and Janini Belazaire are the tackles. The linebackers are Kayvon Spencer, Nick Peasley, and Cameron Miller. Now, they plan to run a 2-2 scheme, a 4-2-5 scheme, if I'm not mistaken, so we may see 2 linebackers in there, but they also have Donovan Ely, a guy who can rotate into the game during the course of the night. Brock Woodman, Jay-Sean Underwood, and Tavarius Jones are the defensive backs. Alonzo Derrick set to return kicks. Offensively, John Barnes Jr. starts at quarterback with Lenny Bennett starting at running back. The wide receivers are Dylan Duff, Alonzo Derrick, and Drew Sims. The tight end is J.D. Wells. On the offensive line, the tackles are DJ Moore and Nick Miles. The guards are Cameron Miles and Chris Arita. The center is El Newa. The punter is Zach Tyndall, and the starting kicker for tonight is Trent Ryder. And again, it will be Snider kicking off. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. So Trent Ryder set to send it away. Back to receive Jaden Parnan. Tyler Grossman and Jalen Vanderbosch are back to receive for the Cadets. Check that, Cam Johnson back to return for the Cadets as we are just about to get underway. Ball on the tee, and we are underway from Concordia. It's fielded at the 5-yard line. That's Grossman trying to get to the outside, gets it out of bounds to about the 29-yard line. And that is where Concordia will take over to start this game, and we'll get our first look at quarterback Brandon Davis. Had over 200 yards in the win against Southside in Week 1, but struggled mainly because of the pass rush in Week 2 against Homestead. He'll line up in the shotgun with Amir Drew. Amir Drew had over 100 yards on the ground in the win against Southside. Did have some good carries to get things started in the Homestead game last week, but Concordia struggled to sustain drives as Davis looks to throw, now pulls it down, and this was something that Kurt Tippmann was concerned about, but that concern is alleviated for a brief moment as a host of Snider Panthers come in to make the tackle, including number 52, Reese Thomas. as they do a good job holding their own against that quarterback run game. They got some big dudes on that D-line, some good rushers on that D-line, Snider does. Giannini Belizaire led the team in sacks last year. He's a D tackle. As they operate in the pistol, Drew right behind Davis in the shotgun. And they'll hand it off to Drew straight up the gut. A good run there on second down. Gets it out across the 35, rather, to about the 36, maybe the 37. Going to be a third and very manageable. Yeah, 3rd and 1 it looks like. Jalen Wiggins there on the tackle for Snider. And now on 3rd and 1. Well, we know that Drew has the ability to run with the ball. We know that Davis has the ability to run with the ball, but we'll see if the Cadets call a run play here or maybe if they look for a pass play out in the flat. Davis has yet to attempt the pass. He looks to throw. Pressure comes. Davis, flag is down. He gets out of the pocket, throws on the run. The pass is caught. Wide open man. And getting decked at the 45-yard line. I believe that's Vanderbosch. Yes, that's Vanderbosch. Jalen Vanderbosch with a reception, but there was a flag down, thrown in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold, so it's coming back. So that will bring it back from the spot of the foul, and it looks like the spot of the foul was the 35-yard line, so they'll mark it all the way back to the 25. That's going to make it 3rd and 13. Well, that first down was easily there. Jalen Vanderbosch was wide open, but because of the hold, it comes back. If you've never been to Concordia High School, many of the athletic facilities are across the street from the main campus, Zollner Stadium included. Also, the baseball field is right behind the football stadium. They go with the option on first down. Davis, running out of time, gets away from the first man, but the second one gets to him. And I believe that was Belizaire, number 92, it was. The pocket collapsed, and Belizaire gets the sack. And that will bring the drive to a halt, and we will get our first look at this Snider offense. And it will be Jaden Parnan back to punt. In just a moment, we'll get you a look at our replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance, but Parnan sends the punt away, and Alonzo Derrick has a chance to field this one, and he does. Gets it across the 45-yard line. Still on his feet. They couldn't get him down. Derrick off the far side. Blockers in front. He's gone. Alonzo Derrick, the punt return touchdown. A 44-yard return by Derrick. And we'll look at that in just a moment. Got a couple of replays here to show you, and already Snider is up 6-0. Alonzo Derrick on the punt return, and now the extra point coming. Trent Ryder set to kick. They get it down, and the kick is good. And just like that, Snider takes a 7-0 lead, and now we've got a couple of replays to show you. Here's the first one. These replays, by the way, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. This was the sack on the previous play. Immediate pressure comes in the face of Davis, but then it's Giannini Belizaire who takes him down. The Snider defense wanted to get more pressure. And now here's the most recent replay. Again, these replays brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Alonzo Derrick got that convoy on the left side, and he knew it right away. He was gone, had one blocker out in front, and that was about all he needed. And from there, the celebration begins, and it is 7-0 Snider. They're about to kick it off. Those replays, again, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Tyler Grossman and Cam Johnson back to return the punts. And there we go, a short punt angled to the sideline. Grossman will field it inside the 10. Grossman gets across the 20, has some blocks, and then gets run into by Dominic Moon. Check that, I think that was Hayden Thompson. Initially thought 47. Well, there's Moon. Meanwhile, we have an injured Panther on the field, and while they tend to him, we will take a quick break for this injury timeout here on SummitCitySports.com.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad.
Back here at Concordia High School, right now we've got an injured Snider Panther being tended to. That happened on the previous kickoff. Score is 7-0 Snider after Alonzo Derrick returned a punt 46 yards for a touchdown. Snider has not had the ball offensively yet. Their defense pitched a 3 and out on Concordia's first drive. So they still tend to the injured player, and it looks like this may be pretty serious, so we will take another break here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
They are still tending to an injured player down on the field from Snider. He went down on the kickoff. Hasn't got a clear view at the jersey number yet. It's either 32 or possibly 52. 32 would be Isaiah Maxwell. 52 would be Reese Thomas. If it's 82, that would be Zach Tyndall. Now, Tyndall is the kicker and punter for Snider. Now, we hope this certainly isn't as serious as it looks, but right now it definitely does look very serious. Score, by the way, is 7-0. Snider with the lead off the kickoff return for a touchdown by Alonzo Derrick. It was a 46-yard punt return. I said kickoff return. It was a punt return. And that was right after a 3-and-out pitched by the Snider defense. Concordia coming into this game at 1-1 on the season. Snider coming in at 2-0. As they might be about to lift this kid up off the field, or he may be waiting for a stretcher. Hopefully we get a better look at a jersey number here soon, but in the meantime, they're waiting for a stretcher, so we'll take another break here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Well, back here at Concordia High School, the injured player, if I'm not mistaken, was 52, Reese Thomas. He's a starting defensive lineman. So that'll be a tough loss for Snider. Sounds like a broken leg. He's being carted off the field on a John Deere Gator. And it is Reese Thomas. And the Cadets will take over starting at their own 27-yard line. Fairly good field position. They went 3-and-out on their last drive. As Amir Drew lines up behind Brandon Davis in the shotgun. Davis looks to throw, gets a block, throws out in the flat, complete to Kindig. And Kindig goes for about a 5-yard gain up to the 33-yard line. A little quick hitter to start out this drive, and a pretty good start to the drive. It's only one play in, and they actually marked it. They marked it at the 33-yard line, which would make it a 6-yard gain. And the Cadets will go right back to work. Had a 3-and-out on their first drive. Nearly picked up the first down, but that was called back because of holding. Straight ahead goes Amir Drew, pounding his way toward the marker. And he should have enough for the first down with that run. And it is a first down for the Cadets. That's their first down. It's really the first down for either team so far. Snider does lead at 1-0 or 7-0. I beg your pardon. There are no 1-0 scores in football. That was on a punt return for a touchdown. If you're just joining us, Alonzo Derrick returned that one. Snap to Davis. Throws short. Oh, dropped. Speckard had the reception, but it looked like he tried to run before he had control of the football. Would have had about half of what he needed for the first down anyway. Would have made it a manageable second down. Concordia has a lot of skill players that they'd like to get involved, that they can get involved. Jalen Vanderbosch, he's the leading receiver so far. Tyler Grossman, also a very reliable receiver. They fake the handoff, spinning away as Davis gets away from the first man, still on his feet. He's going to get positive yards out of this, only gets to about the 41-yard line. But again, the protection broke down, and that was a theme last week against Homestead. Going to call it a 4-yard gain. Nick Peasley with the tackle. And it'll be 3rd and 6. Well, Concordia's cross-country team will be competing tomorrow. Their boys and girls cross-country teams. They'll be competing tomorrow at the Marion Invitational on the campus of Indiana Wesleyan University. And in case you're wondering, that boys cross-country team for Concordia, they are number 1 in the state right now. Got a couple of good runners on that team. Wilson Wicker, Reese Gibson. Reese Gibson's already won a race this year. Running out of time, Davis, he gets away from the first wave of tacklers, but goes down nonetheless. Dominic Moon. Well, Davis has been sacked once so far today. I think he was sacked right at the line, and that's going to make it 4th down. And that will bring on the punt team. Second punt return coming up. Jayshon Underwood back to return that one, along with Alonzo Derrick. Derrick had the touchdown on the return. They come after it, but Parnan gets it away, and that one goes out of bounds. So it will be good field position for Snider. But no return this time, and Snider will give us a look at their offense for the first time of the season as we take a look at our replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. A good job by Brandon Davis to get away from Janini Belazaire. That's a tough lineman to get away from, but Jeremiah Moon got him right at the line to gain. Sorry, did I say Jeremiah Moon? I meant Dominic Moon. And straight up the middle go the Panthers. This is Lenny Bennett getting the carry. A very short gain there on first down. Gets a couple. Lenny Bennett, the leading rusher for this Snider football team. It was Zach Zollinger who made the tackle. And Snider with a 2nd and 8. Snap to Barnes. He throws it out in the flat, complete. And that's Alonzo Derrick breaking tackles. He may be gone again. No doubt about it. Touchdown, Alonzo Derrick. 58 yards. A quick hitter, and Derrick to the house. And with that, it is 13-0 in Snider's favor. as Trent Ryder comes on to kick the extra point. Kick on the way. It's good. And with that, we will come back after this quick break. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Snider with the lead, 14-0 as Zach Tyndall gets set to kick it away, and his kick is away. It will be fielded by Grossman at the 5. Check that. That's Cam Johnson on the return, and he gets it out across the 25. 14-0 Snider as we take a look at our latest replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. This was the touchdown pass moments ago. John Barnes hitting Alonzo Derrick. Climb the ladder, young man. Alonzo Derrick at 5'6". Shows some of his ups and takes it to the house afterwards. 14-0 Snider with the lead over Concordia as Snider tries to go to 3-0 on the season. It was back in 2016 that Concordia won a state championship, just a year removed from Snider's state championship. Their most recent state championship. It's their second state championship in school history. You may remember Snider and Bishop Dwenger won the state championship both in 2015. That pass almost intercepted and caught off the ricochet by Vanderbosch. Really good awareness there by Vanderbosch to avoid the turnover. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. And how about that? A near turnover turns into a very manageable gain. Handoff goes to Drew straight up the middle, runs into a defender. Got about 3, maybe 4 on that carry. Isaiah Maxwell made the tackle. And he's going to be a couple of yards short. 3rd and 2 coming up. Now the Panthers had 3rd and 1 on their first possession. Would have had the conversion had it not been for a holding penalty. They go for the option here, and Davis decides to keep it and goes down. He had Drew out in the flat. It looked like the Panthers were expecting the keeper. They were ready for it all the way. Belizaire, among others, in on that tackle. And it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like Concordia will have to punt it away again. And Alonzo Derrick has already been the player of the night for Snider. A punt return for a touchdown, and then a touchdown reception from John Barnes Jr. But the Cadets are going to go for it here on 4th and 2. They want to get something going offensively. Now the risk here is you give Snider a short field if you don't pick this up. Davis out of the pocket, has room to run. He's got the 1st down and more. Out to the 45-yard line. Davis moves the chains. And could that be a boost of energy for the Cadets? They convert on 4th and 2. That's the first 4th down attempt of the game so far. And we'll hope to show you that replay here in just a moment. But the Cadets are about ready to run their next play. Amir Drew lines up in the backfield behind Davis. They go with the end around. That's Vanderbosch, pursued well, but gets to the outside. And he is punched down at the 50-yard line. Check that, that's Grossman, number 6. Well, it's either number 6 or number 8. In this case, it was number 6, Grossman. And now we'll give you a look at our Traction AP replay on the 4th down conversion. This was Davis getting to the outside. Good pursuit there from number 32, Isaiah Maxwell. But Davis able to get away from him and pick up the first down. They got 2nd and 5 here on this next play. Pistol set again. Davis with Drew behind him. Blitz comes. Davis gets it away down the sideline. Caught! Heck of a play by Luke Speckard in a one-on-one matchup. Well, there's another replay worth showing. There's a guy's walking up to the line of scrimmage as on the previous play. And a good throw by Davis. Speckard able to make the adjustment. That was number 45, Willie Frazier, in coverage. Toss on the jet sweep to Vanderbosch, trying to get to the outside. He's got room to run. Vanderbosch runs into a defender at the 11-yard line. Check that, that's Grossman again. Another reverse to Grossman. And Concordia is driving with a golden chance to score. A couple of reverses on this possession, and that was good enough for a first down. First red zone possession of the game for either team. Snider has scored on a punt return touchdown and also a 58-yard touchdown pass. Drew behind Davis, loses the ball, and he has to fall on it right away. It's some wet field conditions out there. It's been raining lately. And that's going to cause a loss of about, looks like 9 yards on the play. Make it 2nd and 19, back at about the 21-yard line. So after the first red zone trip of the game, the Cadets find themselves just outside the red zone. Drew lined up in the backfield, trips to the top of the screen. They fake the screen. Davis going downfield, has a man in the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! Tyler Grossman. And the Cadets are on the board with 30.2 seconds in the first quarter. There's the cannon goes off as Joe Gutman on to kick. They get the snap down, and the kick is good. And Concordia is on the board. 14-7, they trail Snider. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th.
14-7, Concordia is on the board after that touchdown pass, a 21-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Davis to Tyler Grossman. Get a look at the replay in just a moment. A squib kick picked up by Drew Sims at the 31-yard line, and he gets it out to the 40, and Snider's going to have good field position after that. As we take a look at the last replay, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Davis given time and able to find Grossman in the one-on-one matchup. Heck of an adjustment by Grossman. The coverage there, by the way, by Tavares Jones. And now Snider has it for their second possession of the game. Remember, they returned the punt 46 yards for a touchdown after forcing a 3-and-out on Concordia's opening drive. Then was a 2-play drive that got them into the end zone on their first official possession of the game. And we have an official's timeout meanwhile. Maybe he had to dry off the football there. I don't know. It's been raining lately. Hasn't rained for most of the day despite mostly cloudy skies. But I think right now the field is wet, but the rain does not seem to be coming down at this point. It was coming down earlier. Operating from the pistol is Barnes. He looks to throw. Out in the flat, has a man caught. Pulled in by Derrick, who breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle and gets the first down. Excellent running after the catch by Alonzo Derrick. It was Cooper Harris who made the tackle. And the first play from scrimmage goes for a first down. Meanwhile, the clock running down to 1 second. They'll get the snap off. Long throw to the sideline. The pass is caught by Dylan Duff. He breaks a tackle and then goes down right at the line. Cam Johnson in on that tackle along with several others. But the first quarter clock has run out. And with that, we will take you to the second quarter in just a matter of moments. 14-7, Snider with the lead. Concordia getting the touchdown moments ago, but Snider in Concordia territory as we stand. Back after this here on SummitCitySports.com.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad.
Second quarter on its way as we switch sides of the field. Snider now moving right to left on your screen. They lead at 14-0. They had a punt return for a touchdown by Alonzo Derrick. He then caught the touchdown pass on Snider's first offensive possession, a possession that only lasted 2 plays. And straight ahead they go with Lenny Bennett. Nice cutback run, and he gets it across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. A 9-yard run on first down, or rather on second down for Bennett. And it's going to bring up a third down. It'll be a very short line to gain situation. 3rd and 1 for Snider. Davis will hand it off to Bennett straight ahead. He's got it. Inside the 35, Lenny Bennett, I believe his 3rd carry of the game. They got a lot of running backs, Snider does, that they can use. Chance Collier had 98 yards a week ago. He's not gotten in the game yet. May see him in as the game goes on, but Cameron Trotter's another reliable back. He had 72 yards in the game against Northside in week 1. Last week's game, by the way, was against Carroll. Fake handoff, back to throw is Barnes. Low diving attempt by Derrick, and he made the catch, but a flag is down on the near side of the field behind the line of scrimmage. Well, we'll wait to see what the penalty might have been. Possible hold. We'll see if that's what it is. Nope. The signal is illegal procedure. Check that illegal formation. Illegal procedure basically is the same as a false start, and false start usually gets blown dead. But that's going to take it from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15 for Snider. 10:51 to go in this second quarter. Panthers started the scoring on a punt return for a touchdown by Alonzo Derrick. And Derrick caught the touchdown pass, but Concordia got their touchdown on a pass from Brandon Davis to Tyler Grossman. Derrick wants a flag. He thought he was interfered with, but does not seem to be coming. So it's going to be 2nd down and 15 for the Panthers. And the Panthers celebrating 55 years of high school football. 2 state championships. Russ Isaacs was the head coach when they won their first championship. Good run by Bennett. Gets it across the 30-yard line. Mark him down at about the 27. Russ Isaacs is serving as the offensive line coach these days for Snider. I talked to him not too long ago. He said he came back because he loves the kids. Kurt Tippmann, of course, the head coach. He's in his 11th year. He's won a state championship, coached under Tippmann. As the handoff goes to Bennett, trying to stretch it outside, runs into a guy. We'll see if they give him the first down. He ran into Jalen Vanderbosch. And that looks like it's enough for the first down. Just short of the 21-yard line. Snider has yet to have the ball in the red zone. They haven't needed to. They got that punt return for a touchdown after forcing a 3-and-out on Concordia's first drive. Then got a big play in the passing game for a touchdown, a 58-yard TD pass from John Barnes to Alonzo Derrick. Concordia was able to answer with a 21-yard touchdown pass from Brandon Davis to Tyler Grossman. That's where we stand right now at 14-7. They fake the handoff. Barnes out in the flat. Tough adjustment by Derrick. He breaks a tackle. Pounding his way down to the 11-yard line. That ball was thrown behind Derrick, and he was still able to get away from the defender. And it is indeed a first down. And now the Panthers do have it in the red zone for the first time today. Clock now starts as they reset the chains. Derrick goes in motion, and the handoff goes to Derrick on the jet sweep. Inside the 10, breaks one tackle, then gets brought down behind the line. Actually, he may have been across the line already, but he is tackled by Cam Vanderbosch for a very short gain. Alonzo Derrick's having a heck of a night so far. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. They need to reach the 1-yard line for a first down, the Panthers do. As Bennett lines up behind Barnes. He's been the workhorse in the ground game. He gets it again, breaks a tackle, pounds his way inside the 5, and then gets pushed back. Cooper Harris able to bring him down.
Cooper Harris on that tackle, bringing down Lenny Bennett after a gain of 5 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
And it'll be 3rd and about 3.
Now 3rd and 4.
Make that 3rd and 4 from the 5. As the Panthers try to punch it in. Concordia needs a stop. They were down 14-0 at one point in this game. Got the touchdown on their last possession, but Snider has chewed up some clock. They've chewed up about 4.5 minutes, and the clock is running. They fake the handoff. Barnes throws out in the flat. Oh, it's dropped. That was a touchdown waiting to happen. Dylan Duff was in the area, but the pass was intended for J.D. Wells, the tight end. He had a touchdown last week and probably should have had one there. And now Snider will be forced to kick a field goal, and this possession is a win for Concordia, able to force the field goal attempt. If they can get the ball in the end zone on the next possession, they're very much in this game. This is Trent Ryder on to kick. It's the first field goal attempted in this game. They get it down. The kick is up, and it is good. Trent Ryder's field goal makes it 17-7 Concordia. A 22-yard field goal there, and we will take a break and come back as Concordia is about to get the ball on SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Well, welcome back to Concordia High School, 17-7. We just had the kickoff moments ago. A couple of scores to update you on. Homestead leads Bishop Luers 27-0. Carroll leads Northside 7-0. That Homestead team comes in at 2-0 on the season. Carroll, they defeated Luers in week 1. That's their one victory. Their one loss came against these Snider Panthers, and it was a close game. 21-20. I believe it was Reese Thomas who blocked the extra point on a would-be game-tying touchdown. But now Concordia down 10. They forced the field goal on the last possession. And that was something they definitely needed to try and keep themselves in this game. A little mix-up there on the handoff as Davis is going to go down in the backfield. Janini Belizaire in there on the tackle with a little help from Isaiah Maxwell. That's going to make it 2nd and 13. Looked for a moment like Davis was about to hand it off to Drew, but then might have second-guessed himself. Over 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Concordia was able to convert on a 4th down on their last possession to keep the drive alive. A drive that resulted in a touchdown. Also got a couple of reverses. Right across the middle of the field, that pass nearly picked off. Donovan Ely had a golden shot at that one. It was intended for Jaden Parnan, but that will bring up 3rd and 13 for Concordia. Long way to go, and it was a huge win to force that field goal as opposed to giving up a touchdown. Snider has scored every time they've had the ball. Offensively, they've only had 2 possessions so far. But they also had that kickoff return for a touchdown. Excuse me, it was a punt return for a touchdown, not a kickoff. They fake the handoff. Davis pumps, now throws out into the flat. Oh, what a catch! Luke Speckard, and it is a catch. They're waiting for the signal as to whether or not he hauled it in, but he did. And the Cadets convert the first down out to the 47-yard line. Sliding there to the first down marker was Speckard. I believe that's his second catch of the game. And operating from the pistol is Davis with Drew right behind him. Davis takes the snap and Drew gets the handoff. He's been rather quiet in this game as far as how many touches he's gotten. That's his first touch since, I believe, about halfway through the first quarter as we take another look at that last play by Speckard. This replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Off the pump fake, Davis just fits it into a tight window. And a heck of an effort by Speckard to help the Cadets pick up the first down. That's Grossman going in motion. He waits out in the flat, running out of time is Davis, but he gets away from the defender, now throws on the run and incomplete. I don't believe anybody there was an eligible receiver. That was Damari Drew. I believe he's the cousin of Kamari Anderson Drew, a former receiver here for Concordia who graduated just this past spring. Now, I think with Drew being behind the line there, he could have caught the pass. He can't go downfield to catch a pass, but if I'm not mistaken, he would be allowed to catch it had he stayed behind the line. It's 3rd and 9 after the incompletion. 4 wide receivers for the Cadets. Davis running out of time. Down he goes. A combo sack for Isaiah Maxwell and Janini Belizaire. And that's going to make it 4th and long. 19 yards to go. 4th and 19, in fact, as Underwood and Derrick wait back to return the punt. They get the punt away, a low punt. It will take a Concordia bounce. Trying to keep it away from Alonzo Derrick. They do a good job of that. Snider will have the ball at their own 30-yard line. Snider will take over right at the 30-yard line. I mentioned several of the athletic facilities here on the campus of Concordia Lutheran High School are actually right across the street from the main campus. The baseball field is right behind the football stadium. I believe it's Marucci Field, if I'm not mistaken. No, Masucci Field with an S. Almost thinking of Steve Mariucci, the former NFL quarterback. The tennis courts are right behind the end zone. Those tennis courts are drenched with water. Nobody's playing out there right now. Barnes downfield, high throw, incomplete. In the direction of Dominic Johnson. 6'1" senior. Doubles as a wide receiver. Plays tight end on this Snider team. Haven't been very many incompletions from John Barnes. The softball field is not too far from here. The softball field is right on the other side of the tennis courts. Trying to bounce it to the outside. Good run on first down. And that is number 23, Chance Collier, getting his first carry of the game. Collier had 98 yards in last week's victory over Carroll. He got 10 on that play. Lenny Bennett had been getting most of the work in the ground game up until that carry. About 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. They hand it off again. It's Collier again, pounding into defenders. He picks up a couple of yards. And on that tackle, I believe, was number 64, Landon Ratz. And it'll be 2nd and 8 for Snider. Collier remains in the game. Again, he had 98 yards, and that's one way to get extra work as the season goes on. They give it to him again, but this time he's dropped in the backfield by Cooper Harris. And that'll make it 3rd down and 9. Going to make it 2nd down or 3rd down and 9. High snap. Barnes able to corral it. Going downfield. Knocked away. Broken up at the last second by Jalen Vanderbosch. A huge defensive series for the Cadets. And a couple of replays that we will have the pleasure of showing you here, brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance in just a second. Here's the first one. This was the tackle for loss. Harris gets into the backfield, not fooled at all by the read play. It was not a quarterback keeper, but Cooper Harris able to make the tackle right behind the line. One of 2 huge defensive plays for this Concordia team, and we'll show you the next one in just a moment as Concordia awaits the punt here from the Panthers. Going with a little rugby-style kick, waiting a lot of time. But that will roll down to about the 25, maybe the 26 before Jayshon Underwood downs it. And here's another look at your next replay. Again, our replay is brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. This was the play by Vanderbosch. John Barnes had a receiver there. That was Derrick, but Jalen Vanderbosch is taller than Alonzo Derrick. Vanderbosch measuring in at 6'2", Alonzo Derrick 5'6". Usually it's the receivers who have the height advantage over the cornerbacks, but not in that particular case. So now Concordia will take over at their own 26-yard line with 2:44 to go. Got a chance to make it a one-possession game. They'll start out on the ground with Drew, and he has very little room to work with. Jalen Wiggins in on the tackle. Goes as a gain of a yard. Second and 9 at the 27. The clock is running. And that's something that Concordia needs to be mindful of here. They got a chance to make this a one-possession game. But they're going to have to be able to push the ball down the field to do so. They fake the handoff. Davis rolling, running out of time. Stays on his feet, now takes off, and he's going to get the first down. Davis pursued relentlessly, and he picks up the first down on the ground. That stops the clock momentarily while they reset the chains. We'll start back up in just a moment. They've got the chains reset, and now it does start. Ball at the 41-yard line. Neither team has used a timeout. Davis sets up the screen. That's Vander Bosch along the sideline, gets the first down, and plows his way ahead across the 45. And Concordia continues to move the ball, at the very least closer to field goal range, but again, they've still got all 3 timeouts. And a timeout taken. Now the clock was stopped while they reset the chains, but the Cadets decide to use one of their timeouts. Couple of scores to update you on across the SAC. Homestead leads Bishop Luers 27-0. Carroll leads Northside 14-0. Dwenger leads Southside 27-0. And Northrop leads Wayne in a close one, 14-13. And here at Zollner Stadium, Snider leads Concordia 17-7. But Concordia is driving. They just used one of their 3 remaining timeouts. Now 2 timeouts remaining. And with 1:17 to go, they've got the chance to at least push this thing into field goal range, maybe even get in position for the touchdown. They're not in field goal range yet. If they were to kick a field goal from here, that would be 61 yards. But they've still got time to get further down. Davis runs out of time, trying to buy some time, gets thrown down after a very short gain. Got about 2 up to the 42-yard line. The clock is still running. Concordia with 2 timeouts left. Now we're under a minute to go. 50 seconds. Clock is running. Davis, immediate pressure. Gets out of it. Wants to throw on the run, now does, downfield, and it is intercepted off the carom. Brock Wildman with the pick. There's a flag down. He picked it off right off the carom. I believe that was Vander Bosch who was the intended receiver. And the flag is against Snider. Looked like it was defensive holding. I thought the initial signal was defensive holding. We'll get a look here in a moment. And it is pass interference against Snider. So that will wipe out the pick. Well, we'll get a look at this in just a moment, as Concordia is just about ready to run their next play, down 17-7, 34.8 left to play. And, well, obviously penalties are not reviewable even at the college or pro levels, but even at the high school level, you don't have instant replay, so you can't go back and look at that no matter what. Davis wants a shot toward the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Jalen Vander Bosch. And now here's a look at our latest replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. See where the pass interference was. It looks like, if anything, it's right there at the back end by Donovan Ely. Almost said Michael Habecker. He plays for Concordia. Now the positive about that incompletion is it allows the clock to stop. And also Concordia, at the moment, is in field goal range. Back to throw is Davis. Steps up in the pocket. Throws on the run. Did he catch that? Oh, my goodness, are you kidding me? Tyler Grossman behind the defender's back. What a play. And the Cadets will call timeout. They have 1 remaining with 22 seconds to go. And we will get another look at that replay here in just a second. What a catch by Tyler Grossman. Davis does a good job eluding the pressure there. And then Grossman, I'm pretty sure he one-handed that thing behind Cameron Trotter's back. That is incredible. I mean, I've seen players make catches behind defenders' backs. I saw Francis Owusu do that for Stanford. That was just in 2015. Back in 2005, 10 years earlier, Alabama's Tyrone Prothro did that in a game against Southern Miss. And Jalen Vanderbosch, what a play he just made to get his team with a first and goal situation. Well, I've come here to Zollner twice already this year, and I've seen some pretty awesome catches. And now it's first and goal at the 8-yard line, 22.1 to play. Davis awaits the snap. He gets it, looks to throw to the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Vanderbosch again. Had him in the one-on-one matchup, and Vanderbosch, he's got the size advantage over some of those corners. He's 6'2". I think it might have been Underwood covering that time, either Underwood or Trotter. It was Trotter covering him on the play before. Back to throw is Davis. Steps up in the pocket. Will he take off? Breaks a tackle, but gets smacked at the back end by Trotter. Well, Concordia's got one more timeout. They're going to have to use it here soon, and they do. On third down, they call the timeout, and they could kick the field goal to make this a one-possession game. That was a hard hit by Cameron Trotter. But Concordia definitely needs to come away with points on this possession. Looks like Joe Gutman was just about to head out there onto the field, and yep, there he goes with Luke Speckard coming out there as well. And now it will be a field goal attempt. Joe Gutman to kick. It looks like it'll be Jaron Kindig to hold for the Cadets as they try to make this a one-possession game. Snider struck first on a punt return TD. They get it down. The kick is blocked. It can be returned, but it will not. It was tipped at the line, and it was a blocked extra point that helped Snider to victory over Carroll. That was a blocked extra point. But right now it is 17-7 at halftime. Snider with the lead over Concordia. We will be back in just a moment, but first, before we go to break, we will get in one quick word from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Parkview serves every level of athlete with their integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about their services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. That's parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 17-7, the Snider Panthers lead the Cadets of Concordia here at halftime. We will be back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far. So they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We are at halftime at Zollner Stadium on the campus of Concordia High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Snider leads it 17-7 at the half. Well, first of all, we will get a word in from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine. Parkview Sports Medicine is the area's largest integrated sports medicine team. They specialize in serving every level of athlete, no matter if they're trying to get better at what they do or recovering from an injury. The experts at Parkview Sports Medicine coordinate your care in state-of-the-art facilities in the community. To start your journey, visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 17-7, Snider leads Concordia at the half. Here in a moment, we will get you some of the replays. Here's the first one, replays of scoring events that have taken place. Alonzo Derrick on the return. That's a punt return. Goes 46 yards to the end zone and gives Snider the early 7-0 lead. They had not possessed the ball offensively at that point. That would have been their first offensive possession, but they get points out of it nonetheless. Then on the Panthers' first official offensive possession, they get their first offensive touchdown of the game. John Barnes with a passing touchdown out to Derrick, same guy who scored on the punt return, and Derrick outruns everybody. That's a 58-yard catch and run for Derrick. His second touchdown of the game. He's had receiving touchdowns in every game so far for the Panthers. He had one last week against Carroll and one against Northside in Week 1. Now this was on a fourth down play for Concordia. This was 4th and 2. Brandon Davis escapes the pressure, keeps the drive alive, and moves the chains to convert 4th down. What a huge drive that was for Concordia. They needed that conversion badly, and it led eventually to this. Brandon Davis going for the fade route. He's shown the ability to throw this ball before, and he hits Tyler Grossman there for the 21-yard touchdown pass. I believe that's Tyler Grossman's first TD of the season. And we stand currently at 17-7 on the night. Now, there were some plays later in this game that are certainly worth noting. Here's the first one. This was on the final drive of the quarter. Brandon Davis just flipped it out to Jalen Vanderbosch. And now we'll get a look at it. Not only did he flip it out to Vanderbosch, had to elude some pressure. And Vanderbosch makes the catch of the night. Somehow, I think, pinned that thing off the shoulder of Cameron Trotter and somehow made the catch. And I said that was Vanderbosch. I beg your pardon. That's actually Tyler Grossman. But that led to this. Moments later, the field goal attempt by Gutman gets blocked by Snider. They had a blocked extra point in the game against Carroll that won it, and a blocked field goal here to keep it a 10-point lead. Now Snider won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll get the ball when this second half begins. We will be back in just a matter of moments here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back to this edition of high school football on Summit City Sports. 17-7 is your score. We are at halftime between the Concordia Cadets and the Snider Panthers. Get another word in from our sponsors at Parkview Sports Medicine here in just a moment. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. Parkview is the region's largest integrated sports medicine team, providing athletes specialized services from improving their performance to recovering from injuries. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 17-7 the score at halftime, and Concordia did a good job showing some resilience after Snider came out and got out to a 14-0 lead. They had that punt return for a touchdown to get them up 7-0, and then it was the 58-yard touchdown pass to Alonzo Derrick that made it a 14-0 lead for the Panthers. But Concordia responded well after Brandon Davis hit that touchdown pass to Tyler Grossman. Grossman made another fine play later in the game, making the catch behind the defender's back. But that touchdown was huge for the sake of, at the very least, momentum, and also for the sake of keeping Concordia in this ball game. And on that drive, where Concordia made it 14-7, Brandon Davis was able to convert on a 4th and 2. Gutsy call, but it pays off, and Davis moves the chains. Got a couple of reverses to get him some manageable 2nd down and 3rd down situations. Mostly those were to, actually both of those were to Grossman, I believe. And that helped the Cadets to put together some momentum. They put together a great drive towards the end of the first half. Unfortunately, we're not able to get any points out of it. They got Amir Drew involved in the run game very early on. I suspect they'll continue to get him involved as this game goes on. But remember, Snider will get the ball first to start the second half. They have put 3 more minutes on the clock to allow the teams to warm up. And with that, we will come back in the next couple of minutes. Back for the start of the second half here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
17-7, Snider leads Concordia as we are just about to start the third quarter. Some scores to update you on. Most of these remain unchanged from last updated, but the one that is changed, Homestead now leads Bishop Luers 34-0. Other than that, Northrop still leads 14-13 over Wayne. Dwenger leads now 28-0 over Southside, so an extra point is the only change in that one. When we last reported it, that was 27-0. Carroll leading 21-0 over Northside. Those are all the scores so far. Meanwhile, we are just about ready to start the third quarter. Snider will get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss to begin the game and deferred the option to the second half, so Concordia will be kicking off to Snider. And the teams will go the same direction that they were going in the second quarter. Concordia going left to right and Snider going right to left on your screen. Back to receive for Snider are number 11, Tavarius Jones, and number 12, Alonzo Derrick. A close game so far. Concordia very much still in this thing, down 10. Snider trying to go to 3-0 on the year. And we begin the second half. A squib kick. It will be returned at the 17-yard line. That's Jones. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet, spins away, and up ahead across the 35-yard line. A 19-yard return to about the 36. Good field position for the Panthers to start this drive.
Snider take possession of the ball on their own 35-yard line. It is 1st and 10.
John Barnes Jr. had the touchdown pass to Alonzo Derrick there in the first half. That was in the first quarter. He's gotten him involved. He's gotten Dylan Duff involved. Tried to get J.D. Wells involved earlier in the game. Lenny Bennett's been certainly involved in the ground game. He cuts it upfield. Picks up the first down and could have easily broken it for a huge gain. Dontrell Johnson got the tackle. It's a first down as it stands, no matter what. And now the Panthers have it at the 49-yard line. Handoff to Bennett again, this time pursued in the backfield, not going to get away, taken down behind the line. Landon Ratz with the tackle for Concordia. Zach Zollinger in there as well. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 12. Concordia shows blitz. Barnes to throw, out in the flat, complete to Derrick, trying to get to the outside. He's got some speed and gets out of bounds with about a 7-yard gain. He's shown his speed already today with a 46-yard punt return for a touchdown and then a 58-yard catch and run for a touchdown. He gained 7 there. It's 3rd and 5. The give to Bennett. Breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he's got the first down and more. Bennett in a foot race. Inside the 10. Tripped up inside the 5. He nearly took it the distance. And it's going to be 1st and goal after that run. Hope to get you a look at our Traction AP replay here in just a moment, but it's 1st and goal with the ball at the 2-yard line. By the way, that was a 44-yard run by Bennett. The give to Bennett again, spins away from a tackle and gets dropped behind the line. Landon Ratz, along with Cam Vanderbosch, combined to make the tackle.
Number 64, Landon Ratz. That tackle. 2nd and goal.
It's going to bring up 2nd and goal for the Panthers. Blitz shown. They fake the handoff. Barnes gets it away. Incomplete. Threw that one right to the feet of J.D. Wells. And this Concordia defense with a chance to make a huge stop. Well, the Panthers' first red zone possession back in the second quarter. Concordia's defense made the stand and was able to force the field goal. Got a chance to do that again here. It would still be a 2-possession game. Snider trying to make it a 3-possession game. They can do that with the touchdown. Movement up front, and a flag comes in. They're going to call that encroachment, it looks like. That'll be half the distance to the goal. Going to set that up at the 3-yard line. That could be a huge break for the Panthers after going backwards on the first play, or on first down, rather. The give to Bennett straight up the middle, touchdown! Lenny Bennett pads the Panthers' lead. He got him down there. He punched it in. In the meantime, we await the extra point attempt here by Trent Ryder. They get it down. The kick low and angled, but good.
That point after is good. Brings the score to Panthers 24.
And make it 24-7 after Lenny Bennett did just about all the work to get the Panthers into the red zone. And then got rewarded with a touchdown. We'll take a look at the play that got Snider into the red zone in just a moment. Our replays, by the way, are brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Look at the first replay. This was the run by Lenny Bennett on 3rd and 5, and Bennett takes it 42 yards, nearly breaks it to the end zone, but instead sets him up inside the 5 with a goal-to-go situation. And after he got him into the red zone, into that goal-to-go situation, he capped it off. Bennett just plunged straight in for the touchdown behind that big offensive line. And make it 24-7 Panthers. Cam Johnson and Tyler Grossman back to receive the kickoff. A short kick. And that goes out of bounds. So that's going to move the ball to the 35-yard line for Concordia. That possession, by the way, took just over 2 minutes off the clock. 2 minutes, 11 seconds off the clock. No time ran off the clock on that kickoff. But the ball's going to be moved up to the 35-yard line, and Concordia is going to get great field position out of this. Now, Brandon Davis has shown an ability to escape pressure. He's been able to spread the ball around. He'll look to lead his team back from 17 points down. Snider jumped out to the 14-0 lead. As Davis looks out in the flat, incomplete. Thrown in the direction of Jaden Parnan. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Concordia. Davis has been on target. He's been able to throw the ball with touch today. We saw that in the game against Southside in Week 1. Able to throw that fade on the touchdown to Vanderbosch. He did the same thing to Tyler Grossman tonight. They go to the ground here with Amir Drew trying to pound his way ahead. Good run after contact, and Drew might have enough for the first down. And he does. Amir Drew with a tough run to get the Cadets a first down. Just short of midfield. Drew started to get fewer and fewer carries as the second quarter went on, but you know they'll go to him over the course of the game as Davis finds Jaden Parnan out in the flat for a first down. Concordia still very much alive in this. Back-to-back first downs on this drive. Trying to get to 2-1 on the season. Had the loss to Homestead last week. They did not score to the game's final play. Brandon Davis was sacked 4 times in that one. I believe he's been sacked 3 times today. But he's done a good job escaping the pressure. Really on a number of occasions. 3 down for the Panthers here on 1st and 10. They go back to Drew, gets a hole off the left side, and there he goes. One man to beat. Drew still on his feet. Tripped up at the 5. I said one man to beat, but a couple of guys caught up to him. Amir Drew picks up 39 yards. 1st and goal. And the Concordia Cadets are still in business. Drew had a tough run earlier on this drive, running guys over to pick up the first down. Now it's 1st and goal. And Drew gets the handoff again, but this time I'm not sure if he tripped over his own blocker or slipped on the wet grass. Could be either one. We've had a good bit of rain. It's not raining right now. But in the first quarter, we got a pretty good bit of rain. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 after the loss on the play. Davis operating from the shotgun. He looks to throw, running out of time, buys some time. Will he take off here? Might have tried to, but got taken down out of bounds. Isaiah Maxwell forced him out. It'll be no gain on the play, and 3rd down coming up, and you do wonder if Concordia does not get this into the end zone here on 3rd down. Do they go for it or do they try to kick the field goal? If they kick the field goal, it does make it a 2-possession game. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, it makes it a 2-possession game. Option to the left side. Drew breaks one tackle, but pursued by a host of Panthers in the backfield. I think he lost a yard on the play, and now it's going to be 4th and goal. Well, Joe Gutman had a field goal blocked toward the end of the 4th quarter. Looks like they may be going for it here. And there's Davis coming back on the field. They are going to go for it. Operating from the pistol. They fake the handoff. Davis, pressured from behind, throws it toward the end zone. Did he catch that in bounds? Touchdown! Tyler Grossman. His 2nd touchdown of the game. Already had an incredible catch inside the 10-yard line of the 2nd quarter. And now he just hauls it in on the back corner of the end zone to keep hope alive for the Cadets. Gutman on for the extra point. They get it down. The kick is up and good. No trouble with that one. 24-14. Snider with the lead. Concordia still very much in it. We'll be back after this on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Back here in the 3rd quarter, Concordia answering the opening scoring drive by Snider. Tyler Grossman with the 7-yard touchdown catch. Here's Alonzo Derrick, so dangerous in the return game. He gets it out to the 35-yard line. He's already returned a punt for a touchdown today. Then had a 58-yard touchdown catch and run on Snider's first official possession of the game. The Cadets went for it on fourth down. They are 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions today and got the touchdown. Tyler Grossman getting the foot down inbounds. Show it to you in a moment, but right now the Panthers back out on the field ready to run their first play of this drive. Well, Kurt Tippmann said coming in that it's not a difficult scheme that Concordia runs, but it's a scheme that they run very effectively. It is a spread scheme that Concordia runs. That carry by Cameron Trotter as we get a look at the replay of the touchdown. Our replay is brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. That's Janini Belizaire getting the pressure, but Davis gets it away. He has been under heavy pressure, and it definitely looks like Grossman gets the foot down inbounds. His second touchdown of the game. As the Panthers come right back, Trotter off the outside, pounds his way ahead close to the first down. Good push by the Concordia defense, but I think Trotter got the first. And by that spot, he did. And the Panthers move the chains. This Panthers team, they've got good receivers. They've got a good quarterback. They've got an experienced quarterback in John Barnes. But they've got a bunch of capable running backs that they love to use in their ground game. Cameron Trotter is one of them. Had 72 yards in the opener against Northside. He gets it again out across midfield for about 6, maybe 7. Looks like 7 based on where they spot it. That's 3 straight carries for Cameron Trotter. He's gotten a couple of carries. Lenny Bennett has been a workhorse in the ground game. Chance Collier has been used in the running game. Collier had 98 yards last week as Trotter gets it again, breaks a tackle, and gets close to the first down. I don't know how he got away. I think that was Hunter Valentine who looked like he had him in the backfield, but Cameron Trotter, heck of an effort to get away. He did not get the first down. And it's going to be 3rd and inches. Haven't seen much in the way of a quarterback run game tonight, although John Barnes Jr., I believe, does have that ability. Straight ahead goes Trotter. He's got it. Cameron Trotter continues to go to work for the Snider Panthers. Concordia was able to answer Snider's scoring drive recently, but now Snider looking for an answer of their own. Dominic Johnson lining up as the tight end there. He went in motion just briefly. They fake the handoff. Barnes going downfield. Incomplete. And he was going for Johnson. It was a little behind him. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. That's the first time I believe that Johnson has been targeted tonight. Panthers have been able to get several guys involved in the receiving game. J.D. Wells, Alonzo Derrick, and Dylan Duff all caught touchdown passes last week from John Barnes. Another guy named Drew Sims, who's about 6'6", a wide receiver who also plays basketball, has a 1-yard run, meanwhile, by Trotter. Meanwhile, Dylan Duff checks in at 6'5". Check that, Sims is actually 6'3". And it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. Speaking of the Snider basketball team, they're coached by Jeremy Roach. I believe he's in his 3rd year as Barnes now takes off. I mentioned we hadn't seen much in the quarterback run game, but now we do see it, and Barnes moves the chains. He's wrestled out of bounds at the back end of that play by Nick King-Causey. And Barnes able to convert on 3rd and long on the ground. And the Panthers continue to move the ball downfield. And they're chewing time off the clock, 3:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. They're certainly happy if they can do that. Snap to Barnes. He hands it off. That's Collier off the right side. He gives Cameron Trotter a breather and picks up about 7, maybe 8. And it was Collier who had the 98 yards last week against Carroll in the 21-20 victory. That was a game between two former colleagues. Both Kirk Tippmann and Doug Dinan served on the coaching staff at Snider, coached together under head coach Russ Isaacs. Dinan now the head coach at Carroll. He's in his 10th year. As Collier gets tripped up behind the line. Sam Hudson gets in the backfield and makes the play. Hudson, a junior linebacker, has also been used in the running game so far this year. He came in to give Amir Drew a breather in the Week 1 win over Southside. Operating from the pistol, snap to Barnes. He sets up the screen to Derrick, trying to get to the outside. Breaks one tackle, breaks a second, jukes a third guy, still on his feet. And Derrick cuts it back upfield and gets it inside the 20, and the Panthers will have a first down inside the red zone. Alonzo Derrick, have a night. Mentioned Concordia's game against Southside. That's who Snider plays next week. Concordia, they go on the road to play Bishop Luers. Now, Luers had a lot to handle tonight going against Homestead. Trotter trying to break through, finds a hole, and goes down inside the 10-yard line. He'll have enough for the first down the way it appears. Well, no matter who the Panthers hand the ball off to, they're getting good production in the running game. Lenny Bennett has had a great night. So has Cameron Trotter. So has Chance Collier. Trotter started this drive at the running back position. Chance Collier gave him a breather, and now Trotter. They fake it to him. That might have actually been a mix-up, and Barnes just dives back to the 10-yard line. I think he lost a yard on the play. Good thing for Snider is they're milking some time off the clock, getting closer to the third quarter. Getting a chance to pad their lead. We're going to get an illegal shift here against the Panthers. I said they were milking time off the clock. The penalty actually stops the clock. There'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Right now they're trying to figure out where the spot was. They only moved it back to the 16-yard line. So when all's said and done, it's a loss of about 5. So the holding penalty must have been a little further downfield, or illegal shift. I checked that. That's a legal shift. It's a 5-yard penalty. Going for the fade to the end zone, incomplete in the direction of Dylan Duff at 6'5". Tried to make the adjustment but could not make the catch. That was Cam Vanderbosch on the coverage for the Cadets. And it's going to be third down and about 6 for the Panthers as they try to pad their lead. And for Concordia, if they can force them to a field goal, that would keep it at a 2-possession game. Barnes rolls out of the pocket, has a man out in the flat, complete to Wells. He's got the first down inside the 5. Make it first and goal for the Panthers. J.D. Wells with, I believe, his first catch of the game. A guy who's found the end zone twice already this year. And it's going to be first and goal for Snider. Inside the final minute of play here in the third quarter. Trotter gets the handoff, bit of a delay, and he goes down right at the line of scrimmage. Landon Ratz with the tackle for Concordia. And Snider does not have to run another play here. They can let the clock run down. Because there's 15 seconds on the game clock and still 20 seconds left on the play clock. But it looks like Snider may run another play. They will. Trotter gets the handoff off the right side. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown. Cameron Trotter. Second rushing touchdown of the game for the Panthers. He and Lenny Bennett have both found the end zone tonight. (30-14) as Trent Ryder sets up to kick the extra point. And whistles blow. Still about 6.6 left on the clock. Kick is up, and it is good. 31-14. Snider with the lead as we give you a look at our replay brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Cameron Trotter getting his first rushing touchdown of the game, I believe his first rushing touchdown of the season. We got some blowouts going on in the SAC. Just heard that 51-0 is the score between Homestead and Bishop Luers. Homestead's got plenty of athletes on their team, and Concordia's certainly got a glimpse of that. Just a week ago, Concordia's been able to weather some storms here in this game. Got another quarter left to play, down 3 possessions. They have not hung their heads in defeat after falling behind by first 14-0 and then falling behind by 17. Still a whole nother quarter to be played. Low line drive kickoff taken by Grossman from the 10-yard line. Grossman gets it out across the 25, run out of bounds, still a second left on the clock. So we will have one more play before the third quarter comes to an end. A 15-yard return by Tyler Grossman. He's got 2 touchdown catches today. He's got both touchdown catches. Concordia did not score last week until the final play of the quarter. Brandon Davis was sacked 4 times in that game. He was under constant pressure. He's been under pressure tonight, but he's shown the ability to elude that pressure, even though he has been sacked 3 times. Pistol formation on what likely will be the final play of the third quarter. Amir Drew out in the backfield. He gets the handoff, breaks 1 tackle, but goes down after a 3-yard gain. Make that a 2-yard gain, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Snider leads Concordia 31-14. We will come back for the start of the fourth quarter in just a moment. You're watching high school football on SummitCitySports.com.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Call 260-266-4007 for more information.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Welcome back, everybody. This is high school football on SummitCitySports.com. The Snider Panthers lead the Concordia Cadets 31-14. Snider scoring with about 6.6 left in the fourth quarter. To make it 31-14, that's where we stand right now. They go at the end around, Concordia does, and Vanderbosch is taken down in the backfield for a loss. It's going to be 3rd and long. Check that, Grossman got the handoff. Dominic Moon made the tackle. Made a couple of tackles tonight. Made his presence felt for much of this game. He's a 6'2" sophomore linebacker. I believe Moon has at least 3 tackles so far, including a tackle on Brandon Davis, getting him back at the line of scrimmage earlier in this game. Davis operating from the shotgun. He takes the snap, looks to throw, going downfield, has a man there, tipped in the air, incomplete. Intended for Vanderbosch, and I think that was Tavarius Jones who had the coverage for Snider. It was Jones, number 11. He was there with him stride for stride, and the Panthers forced the punt. You would think. But down 17, it wouldn't be a surprise to see him go for it, but they do have the punt team out there. Jaden Parnan back to punt it away. He's been handling the punting duties the last couple of weeks. Low snap. Did that get tipped? It did. A wobbling punt that takes a Concordia bounce, but it's going to give Snider excellent field position. And Snider moved the ball methodically on their last drive and got it down to 6.6 seconds when they scored the touchdown in the third quarter. Right now, even with good field position, I wouldn't be surprised to see them do the same here. They may not run as much time off the clock, starting at the Concordia 40-yard line. But right now, they're looking to chew up some clock and maybe get in the end zone and pad the lead. They bring Lenny Bennett back in. He got the last drive to take a break, while Cameron Trotter did most of the work, and Chance Collier even filled in and performed nicely while Trotter was getting a breather. Barnes with a delayed handoff, and he is dropped in the backfield as Bennett. Hunter Valentine. Check that. That's 5'3", Zach Zollinger. Yeah, Hunter Valentine is number 63. Second and 15 after the negative play. Barnes looks to throw, going downfield, has a man there. It's Derrick, too strong. He had him in stride. Derrick beat the coverage by Cam Johnson, but Barnes pushed it a little bit too far. And honestly, that's an interesting call. I know Derrick was wide open, but even with the long distance, got a chance to milk some time off the clock with a 17-point lead. I'm a little surprised that the Panthers didn't run the ball there. But now on 3rd and 15, probably not looking at a run play. We'll see what we get from him. And Barnes looks to throw. Gets some pressure. Hit as he throws. Is that a live ball? No, it's an incomplete pass. A forward throw by Barnes. The Cadets hopped on top of it, thinking that ball might have come out before the arm started going forward, but they rule it a forward pass. And the Panthers will punt it away. And a huge stop for Concordia, not only to keep it a 3-score game, but also to keep Snider from running some time off the clock. Jaden Parnan and Jalen Vanderbosch back to receive the punt. Are they going to fake it? No, they're not. It's a rugby-style punt. Fielded at the 10-yard line, and a couple of defenders right there to make the play. That's Jayshon Underwood, who was first to make contact, with a little bit of help as well from Donovan Ely. There is a flag down on the play. So we'll see if this backs up the Cadets a little bit more. As it stands, they'd be starting from their own 11-yard line. It's against Snider. They call an illegal shift, so the Panthers will accept the penalty, which forces Snider to repunt. It's a 5-yard penalty. They mark it off from At the 46-yard line should make it 4th and 21.
Kick the ball again. 5-yard penalty.
Concordia down 17, still with a chance to get back in this game, but they'll need a quick scoring drive. An angled punt to the sideline, and that goes out of bounds. We'll see where they mark it. Looked like it went out at about maybe the 12, 13. No, they're still walking it up. Going to walk it up past the 15 to the 17. Well, that's not where I expected that thing went out. I thought it went out at about the 12 or 13, but they mark it up at the 17-yard line. That's where Concordia will start this possession. They'll have a long way to go to try and get in the end zone. They could still get a field goal and make it a two-possession game. It was 3 years ago when Concordia won state in the 2016 season. The year before, Snider won a state championship. Davis looking to throw, going downfield. Intercepted! Oh, he just got it knocked away from him by his own teammate. That was Tavarius Jones, and it was knocked away by Brock Weidman. There's no L in his name. I'm not sure what I saw there. That was an interception waiting to happen, and he just got tackled by his own guy. Folks, if you are in shock, you are not alone. So 2nd and 10 as that play gives Concordia life. I am not sure what just happened there other than a defender just cost his own team an interception as Drew takes it for a gain of 2. About a 2-yard gain on the play. Going to be 3rd and 8. After the 2-yard gain. Davis back to throw. Now he takes off. He's shown the ability to run with the football tonight, and he picks up the first down, or so it appears. I think he got to the marker. They mark it at the 27-yard line. That is a first down. So Concordia moves the chains. And I'm trying to... folks, I'm still scratching my head over what happened moments ago. But anyway, it's come and gone. Amir Drew lines up behind Davis in the pistol. And Drew gets the handoff here on first down, trying to break some tackles. A good, tough run against a stout Snider defense. Snider defense that gave up 21 points or more on very few occasions last year. As the Cadets break huddle, down 17. Less than 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Fake the handoff. Davis looks to throw. Running out of time. Taken down behind the line. I believe that's the 4th sack of the game for this Snider defense. Jalen Wiggins was there on the tackle. Make it 3rd and 9 after the negative play. Jalen Wiggins got a little help from some of his teammates on that last play. As Davis operates from the gun on 3rd and 9, running out of time, throwing it downfield, up for grabs, and this one is picked off by Jay-Sean Underwood. Underwood makes a man miss inside the 25. Jay-Sean Underwood, the senior defensive back, makes the play. That's going to make it 1st and 10 for Snider. Going to mark the ball at the 32. And now Snider with 6:42 to go will have a chance to perhaps pad their lead, but also milk some extra seconds off this clock. They've run the ball so well tonight. You'd think that'd probably be the go-to on the first play, and it is. Lenny Bennett breaking a couple of tackles, and he is gone. Lenny Bennett with a likely punctuation mark. As the Panthers capitalize off the turnover. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Lenny Bennett. They get the snap down, the kick on the way, and it's good. And with that, it's now 38-14. The Panthers with a punctuation mark on that last run by Lenny Bennett. We'll get a look at it here. Our replay is brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. Couple of cuts, and then Bennett past the last man. The last man was Cam Vanderbosch, and Lenny Bennett gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. Now that's a possession where Snider, you'd like to milk some time off the clock, but they pad the lead out to 24 points. They'll certainly take that. And technically, Concordia could still get back in this game with 3 scores, but to do that, they would need 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. They've only got 6:27 left to do that. Davis has shown the ability to throw the ball with touch. He's shown the ability to get out of the pocket. But this Snider defense has gotten the stop on the last couple possessions. Basically got a stop on that last possession twice. Had an interception that was taken away by a Snider defender. This kickoff fielded at the 6-yard line as Cam Johnson works his way out across the 35. Of course, the drive ended with an interception by Jay-Sean Underwood. And now Concordia will take over with little time to work with. 6:20 to go on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
6 minutes, 20 seconds left in this game.
Brandon Davis will operate from the shotgun. His team will have a big road matchup next week against Bishop Luers, and Bishop Luers was getting routed by Homestead when we last heard. There's Drew with a big hole. He lunges his way out to the 47-yard line. Got about 9 on the carry. Homestead's got a lot of playmakers, particularly on the offensive side. Luke Goody, a junior quarterback with a lot of weapons like Griffin Little. And Jared Kistler, he's a big 6'3" target. Goody went his direction last week, but I believe only found him for one reception. So they're going to give a lot of teams fits. They gave Lures fits tonight. They gave Concordia fits last week. And now Concordia will have to regroup going on the road to play Bishop Lures. And whistles will blow this one dead. Meanwhile, Snider, they will go back home. And it's a false start against the Panthers. Going to be a 5-yard penalty. And make it 2nd and 6. Had it at 2nd and 9 moments ago. Back to throw is Davis. Going downfield, one-on-one, intercepted! Underwood again! Second interception of the game for Jay-Sean Underwood, and he had the receiver covered brilliantly. It was intended for Kindig, and Underwood was all over him. We'll get a look at it here on our Traction AP replay. Good protection for Davis, but Underwood undercuts the route by Parnan and makes a play on the ball. His second interception of the game. He had the pick on the previous drive that sealed the deal after it looked like Tavarius Jones had the interception. That's one thing I've, I won't expound on it, but it's one thing I don't think I've ever seen before in the game of football. Now we have a final. Homestead has defeated Bishop Lures 51-0. They set up the screen to Derrick, trying to break a tackle, and Cam Johnson with a good open field tackle. Cooper Harris comes in to help clean it up. It's a 2-yard gain on the play. Now for Snider, the good news is the clock is still running, so they can continue to milk time off the clock. As Bennett, did he lose the football? It looked like it came out. The Concordia sideline is signaling that they got it. No signal yet. And I think Snider got it back. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Panthers. Movement up front. Now, I think the Concordia player moved first, but I'm not sure if he actually came across the line. It's going to be offsides. Encroachment is the call there on Logan Narwhal. And that 5-yard penalty will give Snider the first down. Fake the handoff, Barnes, the slant complete to Dylan Duff. He's got the first down across the 40-yard line. Haven't heard much from him today. He had touchdowns in each of the last 2 weeks. Dylan Duff, who also, I believe, is on the Snider basketball team, a team coached by Jeremy Roach. If I'm not mistaken, Roach is in his 3rd year as Snider's head coach. Back-to-back winning seasons for the Panthers. And we're coming up on 4 minutes to play here at Zollner Stadium. As we heard, I believe Carroll is leading Northside 42-0. And a cutback run by Bennett. Picked up about 3 on the play. We last heard it's 29-25 between Northrop and Wayne. Northrop leading that one. So a good ball game coming down to the wire. I think that one is at Wayne, if I'm not mistaken. Wayne coached by Derek Moore. They won 9 games last year. Northrop coached by sixth-year head coach Jason Dorfler. Bennett bounces to the outside, still on his feet. Trying to get to the marker. Broke a tackle. He got the first down. Good effort by Lenny Bennett. It looked like he was going to be stopped just short, but Bennett broke away and got the first down. He continues to be a workhorse in this game as they have reset the chain, so the clock is running again. 2:38 and counting to go, but I think we have a timeout on the field. Well, the clock did stop, but they are going to start it up again. Handoff to Bennett, runs straight ahead, runs into a wall of cadets. He ran into a wall there. Here's a look at the play before. Lenny Bennett getting the carry and looked like he might be stopped a yard short, but instead breaks free, refuses to go down until he moves those chains. And meanwhile, we've got a backup quarterback in the game. This is Darren Swanson. And he hands it off, running off the right side. That is number 37, Braden Ronning. Pounding his way inside the 20. He got 8 on the carry. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. So the Panthers have another red zone possession, but right now I think the bigger concern is milking time off the clock. They might get the ball in the end zone, but the more time they can milk off the clock, closer they get to a victory. Ronning trying to run left. I believe he has enough for the first down to about the 11-yard line. Second carry already for Braden Ronning. Matt Gegline had the tackle. And now with less than a minute to go, Swanson will take a knee. After the Panthers picked up the first down, Swanson just deciding to take the knee and let it wind down to a victory. Have to take one more knee. There's about a 5-second differential between game clock and play clock, as the Snider fans on the opposite side of the field wave their cell phones in celebration. Another knee taken. And now they won't need to take a knee. The play clock is pretty much moot point. And the Snider Panthers will walk out of Zollner Stadium with a victory. (38-14) is the final score. Snider defeats Concordia. They go to 3-0 on the season. Concordia falls to 1-2. So that is the end of regulation here at Zollner Stadium on the campus of Concordia High School. We will come back after this break and give you a little post-game recap here on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps.
The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
38-14 is the final. Snider defeats Concordia. Snider improves to 3-0 on the year. Concordia falls to 1-2. Well, Snider started out the game with the punt return for a touchdown, and from then on, they never really looked back. Concordia, they never really got out of this game until the fourth quarter. They kept their wits about them. They made some good plays down the stretch of the game, but in the end, it was not enough. Concordia was able to respond after falling behind 14-0, converted a fourth down, got a couple of reverses going, and then Brandon Davis able to throw the touchdown pass to Tyler Grossman. Davis did a good job eluding pressure for much of this night, but Snider, they did a good job getting pressure on the quarterback, and that's something that Kurt Tippmann believed that his team did a good job of coming into tonight, wanted to do a better job getting to the quarterback. I believe the Panthers had, I think it was 4 sacks tonight, the same total that Concordia gave up last week at the hands of Homestead. Snider ran the ball very effectively with multiple backs. Lenny Bennett, a couple of touchdowns tonight. Cameron Trotter found the end zone. Chance Collier had a good night running the football. John Barnes Jr. with a touchdown pass to Alonzo Derrick early on in this game. And the Panthers win it 38-14. They go to 3-0 on the season. Next for Snider, they will take on Southside at home next week, and for Concordia, they go on the road to play Bishop Lures. That is what's in store for next week. In the meantime, we will get a final word in from our sponsors before we sign off for the evening. Today's broadcast has been brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Acme Bar and Grill is currently located at 1105 East State Boulevard in Fort Wayne, Indiana. 46805 is the zip code. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more, all with the click of a button. Acme Bar and Grill accepts orders online for pickup. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in a way that only you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan University's residential campus in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle. And other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been serving food consistently since 1973. Their recipes use only the best fresh ingredients. They are family-owned, and they pride themselves on great quality. For more information, go to elaztecarestaurant.com. That's elaztecarestaurant.com. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. You can count on them to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Their specialized sports medicine team offer direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. No referral is needed, which saves you both time and money. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more. And that will do it from here at Zollner Stadium and just across the campus of Concordia Lutheran High School. I'm Thad Goff saying so long from Concordia High School. Thomas Nolan is our camera operator. This has been High School Football on SummitCitySports.com.